We are here after these volumes, all of them have come out for Clover. It feels weird, may I say, it feels really goddamn weird that it's 100 chapters already for Black Clover. That astounds me for the most part. Maybe like a lot of people are saying, it's just 100 chapters for a series. And if anything and all that, a lot of mangakas and all that, I feel like, they're just there like, oh, just another day in the office, because obviously they don't have time to think about that for the most part. But especially, I don't know, like, even someone as me is like, I've been like reviewing this thing since like the very first chapter of it came out. Like, every single chapter has been up on the channel, and it's nice to see that. And like, I'm one of the only few, like, like, kind of still heavily really goddamn push this series and all that for each, like, for all its thick and thin, and to finally see where it stands now for a lot of people and all that, it's goddamn nuts to me and all that. Like, how far it's come since then, and especially like with chapter 100 pretty much concluding every character that we need to do, and alongside with chapter 100 giving us some very questionable things as well, with the fact of Fate. Oh, Fate is such a powerful, overpowered sword technique. There has to be some balance into this, because Jesus Christ, Vanessa is one of the most overpowered characters right now in Black Clover. So, with Vanessa's power finally manifested into a little red cat, like, everyone was just like, what the fuck is this thing and all that, like, why is it a cat? Well, like, why can I, like, manifest this power? And the fact is that what happened after this is that the Queen got so impatient where she's like, I need to find out exactly how powerful this is, I need to find it out. She manipulates Asta's demon form going throughout this, and the cat immediately reacts to this as it tries to take down Silver, and it just taps it, and then it's just like, oh, it just touches him, it did nothing to him. And it's just like the slap that, like, what Vanessa had to see throughout all of this was, one, and it was pretty brutal, seeing fucking Silver's head fly off, and the fact that, like, the Queen was seeing this, and was like, wait, what? Like, I just killed her, like, what the fuck, go for it again, and then it didn't go. Like, what, did I make a mistake? Like, why did he miss? Why did he fuck up? Like, what is going on? Try to stab, what's happening? Why is he stopped? Like, there's all this weird shit that was happening, and saying like, this finally over after all of this part, and the cat seemingly kept like manipulating with like time and perception, and it's just like, it's the power to control fate, whereas like it literally, it seems like Vanessa sees an outcome and it's like, no, I completely refuse to have that. You can't attack the cat, from what it seems like. The fact with something like, it got attacked by fucking Asta's sword of all things, and that couldn't dent it. That it's like wiped the string. So if anything, the only way to deal with this magic is to deal with Vanessa. If anything, go like where it's going to, because you can't deal with the actual cat itself and controlling its fate. So it's pretty fucking nuts. And even the fact that she like dried up to like, I'm gonna use my blood magic and I'm gonna make you a puppet, and now I'm gonna control fate, and she like gets a giant scythe to say become my ally. And the cat immediately touches her, and it's like, there's like this insane defense mechanism to this thing where it's like, you try anything, even try to manipulate Vanessa, you can manipulate fate and just stop them. And the fact of where this chapter ended, where it's just like, this thing is so fucking like overpowered and just nuts that it can stop the Queen in an instant. Like, that someone who is that goddamn strong, from what we've seen, that she's up there with characters in the series. And it's saying, even with the fact with Vanessa, like, I don't know fuck all about this power. I know one thing and all that, there's like the magic itself and all that will only ally with people, that I share a bond with, and that's my family, and you are not family to me, woman, after everything. And it's like, if anything, like, it's like, I'm not going to say like, oh, this chapter was amazing. It's like, I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to question. I think it's just the fact is, we know so fucking little about this power, and from what it sounds like right now, it sounds fucking broken as fuck. The power to control fate. So that sounds like some Magi shit. Like, where Magi right now is, like, after hundreds of chapters, and one of the side characters could do this so far with one of her powers. And it seems like what it is that, like, as they were explaining, that fate, like, can be changed around whether this cat is touched and is into something more desirable from the magic user. And like, it's not that Vanessa is seeing the future where her friends are killed, but instead she sees futures where like all like swings like in her favor, and and even attacks are unable to find like their mark after this thing. And the cat is harmless and all that, and therefore all the more unavoidable. So it's like, you have options to deal with this thing where it's like, you somehow have to negate Vanessa even activating this from the start. Like, maybe like she has a chance, this thing maybe really drains her fucking magic really goddamn quickly. Maybe that's one way to go around it. Or the fact is, the matter, you just got to find some sort of loophole, and I want to know what the fuck that is, because clearly you can't have had something like this without there's going to be some huge consequences whether or not using a huge amount of magic, whether or not you could only use it once, like after a while, like by the fact that, you know, it's 100 chapters of like Black Clover, all that. I was like, no, I'm not gonna lie, it's like, I've loved a couple of fucking chapters that we have. I love the fact that Vanessa was the one that took down the Queen in the first place. It's just the power itself. It kind of, if anything, kind of like either reminded me, even the fact that like even Vanessa's like, I still don't understand about this power. It really does remind me of the main character from like JoJo Part 5, like it's Giorno. And I won't say, since obviously some people know that, I ain't read that part yet, but I will say, if anyone that has read Part 5 know exactly what I mean with like Giorno and his powers and stuff, and especially later on in the series, it's like, there's like, even the fact that that fucker doesn't know makes it very questionable sometimes. Like, I don't know, it's just maybe it's like that, you know, it's like where it came out as a power-up, and it's like, oh, even the character's like going, so, and even the audience is like, it's the same thing where both the audience and even the fucking character itself is going, But overall, know that the main question ends up with you guys. What do you think about Black Clover finally having 100 chapters after all this time? And what do you think as well about Vanessa's power-up? Do you think it's questionable? And what do you think about this arc finally wrapping up and all that? I'm curious to see what you think. And like, overall, I'm still into that ride and all that after 100 chapters. Appreciate all the support and all that I can say for all you guys. But even some of you guys that stick since chapter 1 of me doing this stuff and all that. But goddamn, I love you guys and all that. And I love me some Black Clover. That's all from me. Thank you always for watching. And I'll see you guys, though, next time.